What up, guys? Welcome to Base Damage, podcast for the month of March 2019. And surprise, surprise, it's not a Billy Solo cast this time. We have Joe Schmo.
Surprisingly, hello everyone.
And he's like, and I'm out. He just it's I'm off. Just it's like, nope, we gonna make it a Billy Solo cast. No.
And click.
No, no, man. God, it has been forever since I've had you on one, but I realize life happens and a bunch of shit happens in general.
Yes. Yes, it does.
How have you been, my dude?
I've been good. Between my career job and stuff, I stream or try to, and work on side projects in my spare time, aka waking up, sitting on a computer for 5 hours, and go have a life.
Apex, all that.
Apex. Hey man, Apex is good. What can I say?
No, for real though, I will throw some links to your stream and whatnot in the description. So if anybody's interested, by all means, go check it out. Between streaming video games, I know you have been streaming some like Fate Grand Order and whatnot. As far as just trying to get a lot of stuff worked on, a couple giveaway videos. I know you said someone won a giveaway video, a statue, and it went to Australia.
No, went to Italy. Close.
Italy. I'm sorry. I was thinking Australia for some reason. Wait, that's not close. What the fuck? I was on the other side of the world. I don't know why I was thinking Australia. I'm sorry. So went to Italy.
Yes, and she recently got it like a week ago, and it was about a month ago that she won.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
Congrats to that individual. I don't know if they listen to this, but it was a Love Live figurine, something or other.
Yes, it was a Ren figure.
Oh, awesome.
She loves her Ren.
Hey, Ren is fabulous. I will say this.
They're all fabulous.
Well, this is true too. Especially your favorite girl, Nico, right? Just kidding. He's like, hold on, I'm choking on your bullshit, Billy. But no, I realized it had been like a fuck long time since I've had you on. I definitely wanted to. While we had some time, while I was in town, you had some off time after work and everything. Figured we could shoot the breeze about some stuff, since we've both been playing for a good long while. I figured, obviously, first getting into updates. I don't know if you're excited for any of these, Joe. JP is going to be getting, later this week, as the time of this recording, we are recording this on Mario Day, March 10th. But I'm going to try to see if I can go ahead and get this uploaded pretty soon. But later this week, March 16th, this Friday, JP will be getting Bang Dream Girls Band Party Volume 2 booster pack. Oh, Lord, that's going to hurt my wallet. So
more shenanigans, more breaking the game, more money. That's all I hear out of that. Plus more tie, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, there you go. I actually have some tie cards I need to give you. Anyway, no, absolutely. Like, I've seen some of the stuff that they've posted and a couple things that, like cards of the day and whatnot, and then other little sneak peek, stuff people have posted translations for in the Weiss groups. And a lot of it looks really interesting, and I'm definitely going to be messing around with a whole bunch of stuff, but not everything has been revealed. So I definitely want to see what else can be done, and I'm been going ham into Bang Dream for the past couple months now at this point. I literally have bought the last bit of Bang Dream our locals had. They do not have any more in stock other than singles. And they're like, you want to buy this SP here we have? And I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, but... let's see. I don't know if I had stated there were the Katakawa Sneaker Bunko trial deck and the Goblin Slayer trial deck plus are later this month.
I want Goblin Slayer over here. I really do.
Please explain to me.
I feel like they're going to do some gimmick where if the Goblin Slayer, because they don't have real names in that anime, fun fact, they're called whatever class they are. Goblin Slayer has like his party on the field, he'll get plus X ability times Goblin in the waiting room or something. That would be amazing.
Even better. Think of how with SAO, with the Death Gun stuff, they gave the target trait. What if you give the Goblin trait to your opponent's characters?
Ooh, that would be interesting.
I would actually be on board with something of that nature, because I really haven't seen anything for a long while that's like, give your opponent this trait. That's really only been Death Gun that I can think of. If there's another set that does it, it's not crossing my mind right now. Or if it's something in JP, obviously I ain't gonna fucking know. But, no, that would be cool. Or if they did if they pull, I doubt, I can see this happen. I can see the target goblin trait thing happening before this. But if they did something where you could give your opponent your goblin characters.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
Like,
and if it's facing a goblin, he gets X amount of power, or ooh, that'd be interesting.
Like the fucking kaijus from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, good. That's actually a pretty good reference, actually.
You'd have to do a little bit extra instead of just, oh, I don't like this creature, sack this. It had to be something like you play this character, you pay a cost or something, and then send one of your opponent's characters to the waiting room or something and put this on the stage position it was on or whatever. So and you make the goblins go over to your opponent, but you have to like pay a fairly decent cost to be able to get rid of stuff. I feel also it would have to target, so that like, because I feel that there's characters with hexproof and whatnot as far as cards that can't be chosen by your opponent. I feel that would be interesting to be able to do that, but it would have to be able to target or whatever. So I don't know. You actually almost have me sold on that. I'm actually kind of on board with that now. At first I was like, no, don't bring Goblin Slayer over. No, you kind of have me interested in that now.
It's a good anime too.
I mean, I've watched it recently. To me, Guild Girl, Best Girl, whatever. Anyway, but that's about it for JP. Between that, they really haven't announced anything as far as confirmed dates. I just found out, continuing on updates, they have confirmed No Game No Life. If I haven't mentioned this in like the past podcast or something, I apologize, but No Game No Life, Trial Deck Plus, and Booster for English, April 19th. So, confirmed the day before 420.
There's going to be a lot of censorship. I can already see it.
I feel that's why it was delayed for so long. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's,
But I'm probably going to build a deck out of it.
Go, man.
And a bunch of other people I know are probably going to build a deck out of it.
Just I'm there patting your back. It's okay.
And that's if our locals will allow it.
Honestly, I wonder if our locals will even get it, but I don't know. That's a discussion for another day. I've given my thoughts on that on a prior podcast, but I'm it's whatever. SAO Alternative Gun Gale Online, May 17th. The Girls Band Bang Dream Girls Band Party Multi Live, May 31st, and the last confirmed thing that we have is Revue Starlight, June 14th, both the Trial Deck Plus and Booster Pack. Still nothing yet for ReZero Volume 2 or Batman Ninja. Yeah, so I actually just realized recently there's like Batman Ninja had a movie or something, or it was like mainly a movie or something. I thought it was a series. So
no, it was just a movie.
I had to watch that so at some point. So that'll be interesting. I know they've done sets. Ordinal Scale was based off of the movie and whatnot.
Yes.
If they did anything else based off of Excel World, it was Infinite Burst was based off the movie.
Yep.
So not like the series or whatever.
Then Love Live had based off the movie.
True, but did they take that just from the movie, or did they take it from other?
No,
sources?
in Japan they literally had a set just from the movie, and then over here they mix it in with other stuff.
Oh wait, was that DX2 Volume 2 over here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay.
So they mixed in with because they have School Idol Project, like the phone game.
Yeah.
They have their own sets over there. So what they did was they took the movie and that set and put it together.
Awesome. Okay.
So, yeah.
I remember investing in that set and getting stuff from or whatnot. I do remember movie scenes and whatnot on the cards now that you mention it. But I'm sitting here like, wasn't the summer festival date? That wasn't like art from the movie. But okay, no, that's fair.
Shh. After credits.
It's like the Shrek movies where they have all the singing and whatnot at the very end, and that's what you had to,
exactly.
look for. But as far as like other confirmed stuff, other stuff has not been confirmed just yet. However, getting into the next segment, the main topic I wanted to discuss today was actually a set I completely forgot that got announced, and that was the Fate Stay Heaven's Feel set. For anyone who doesn't know, the Heaven's Feel set, or as far as like series, is a set of movies. They're doing 3 movies. The first 2 have already been released. The third one isn't coming out until next year. which at that point I feel may be a volume 2 when the third movie comes out. But they have enough material basically between the first two movies, or shoot, they might just take it all from the first movie, or I don't know what material is going to be taken. I don't know if the Heaven's Feel set is going to take from from the first and second movie, or if it's just going to be from one or the other. I don't fucking know. I would hope, and I'm really hoping, that they actually just take it from the first movie, so they can make multiple sets from like a set from each movie.
See, that would be a good idea too, to test the waters with it as well. Because I mean, if the set's not successful, then why continue it and just leave it?
Exactly. So, and then by that point, end up having like 3 volumes of cards by the time the third movie comes out next year. But if nothing else, have like 2 volumes worth of stuff by the time the third movie comes out. So that would be interesting. Interesting setup for that. But I realized that was something I completely spaced on, and I am a humongous Fate fan. I've enjoyed the Fate series ever since Fate Dean Stay Night, I think was what some people refer to as the original back in 06. I'm sadly a filthy casual because I've never played the visual novel, so I'm sorry. Please don't hurt me. But
I feel you on that. I just play everything else but the visual novels because I can't seem to find them.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I think I need to give Tim a call. Anyway, so I'm also a big fan of Grand Order and everything, so I know we're planning to do a Grand Order podcast at some point. So I figured, you know what, since that's also a topic that's been on my mind, why not discuss Heaven's Feel? But how are you going to discuss it if it isn't out yet? I want to put out expectations for this set. And to elaborate on that, I was actually asking Kyle earlier, and I'm going to pull this up on the English Weiss site just to double check. The first English product we got for Weiss was the Disgaea Hour of Darkness starter deck, like years ago. But then,
you're talking about the first one?
Like the very first thing that we got was that. But then the next thing that we got immediately after that was Fate Zero. Madoka Magica, SAO, and then they ended up like getting the Fate Zero set and whatnot. But the Fate was one of the first sets that got brought over here. Abso-freaking-lutely. And ever since then, we've gotten all except, I think, Fate Apocrypha. Let me pull that up now on Heart of the Cards.
I was going to say, we have Apocrypha.
No, not Apocrypha. I am sorry, I spaced on
Extra
that.
or Hollow or
Hollow Ataraxia. That's what it was. So we don't have Hollow Ataraxia, and we're missing some Prisma Ilia cards because we don't have his life form over here for good reason. So I'm sorry. We have Apocrypha. We do not have Hollow Ataraxia. That's what I meant to say. My apologies. And even that has like some stuff in it. I know Tim was wanting because of the Gorgon sisters and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a majority of the Fate stuff over here. But because it's been coming out for so long, and it's one of those series that has it's come out sporadically, and even though Fate Zero was one of the very first sets that came out, you could mix it with Unlimited Blade Works.
Yes, I really hope we can mix it because that would be amazing because that means we can mix in Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night, then we can mix in Hollow, or not Hollow, freaking Heaven's Feel.
Yeah,
which gives us a ride, and I mean a very wide variety of how to edit modern or current decks.
Mm-hmm. Big buffs, big power-ups, and that's the other thing is Zero and even Unlimited Blade Works are fucking older sets, and shit has been power crept. Like, I know people all the time are like, oh, power creep is like, just so prevalent, and like, it's sadly something you can't deny for Fate. As much as I love the series, there's not a lot. You don't see a lot of Fate decks topping. Let's be real here. I cannot remember the last time I saw a Fate deck top Like,
I was going to say, just remember Fairy Tail topped at one point. Just remember.
I
that.
call shenanigans on that. What? No, yeah, it's whatever. I'm just kidding. It's whatever. I know Timmy was happy that day though.
Oh yeah, he was very happy.
But where we have all these other crazy ass sets at this point, I'm really hoping that Heaven's Feel has a lot of they end up giving it great cards, stuff that would let it compete with a lot of the stuff that's out now. Between I don't know if it's going to be as broke as AOT or as broke as some SAO shenanigans, but let it get in the running. Come on.
See, one of my big thing is they need something to fight back. Because
Yeah.
with all the shenanigans of Bang Dream, especially Bang Dream over here, especially with you behind the creation, there's a lot of different mechanics that go off that they can't keep up with, especially now. And then with all the new coming sets, it just makes everything worse. Even when the first Bang Dream came out, I had trouble keeping up, especially with the Exodia combo and stuff like that. It couldn't keep up.
By it, you mean Fate couldn't keep up with a lot of the stuff, even as early back as first Bang Dream.
Yes,
That's what you mean. Okay, sorry. Just clarification. And I firmly agree that, nothing against Bang Dream, because I run the fuck out of it. Nothing against AOT, nothing against any of those sets, but I love my Fate. I'm a fanboy. I want the shit to do good. I want it to get that power creep. I feel it deserves a power creep. It is literally I guess you could say one of those grandfathered sets since it's been coming out so much over the years in English.
Yeah, I feel you. But it's just the only thing I could think of that would possibly keep up right now is the Ilya Berserker non-budget build.
I mean,
even that's kind of pushing it now.
Yeah, sadly the biggest thing for that, I sadly say, is the level 3 finisher is not that bad, but the level 1 plusing engine Snow Fairy, it's still great, but it's a draw, not a search or a salvage and get specifically what you want.
I was going to say, compared to even my TIE deck, the level 1 searches for the event, and the level 3, which basically means I set up my combo because I have my event, so I can early play my level 3, and then get healing off nonstop.
Absolutely. And the drawing effect, admittedly, it doesn't have to reverse, so that's a plus. I'll give it that all day. With the Snow Fairy, I have the cards. You don't have to reverse, but you only get to draw. You don't get to pick what you do. Oh, I drew into this climax. Well, shit, at least I didn't trigger it, But you want to be able to pick what you can get. Whether that's searching, whether that's salvaging, those are the better versions of those combos, and it's on a stock soul climax combo. I don't mind the stock soul as much, but I feel the 1k1 climax spreads are better. So,
and I agree with that. I'm going to compare it to Konosuba. So Konosuba 1 had the broke sauce that was Eris
and fucking Megami and all that. Yeah.
And then look at Fate Zero or the Fate Unlimited Blade Works. The first set was okay. Yeah, I got this early play if I meet these requirements and stuff. There's not really burn, but I still meet all these cool little shenanigans, and I really don't have any other threes. All right, cool. Then you got Mega Man back here. Oh, on my Encore step, I'm gonna burn you because I didn't do enough damage already.
On my Encore step, I'm gonna do all this before I even attack. I'm gonna burn you and clock shoot you, and just sit back and chill and be like, "What's up, fam?"
Or let me restand 6 times in a turn. Let me do that because Eris.
Yeah.
And then even now, so compare Unlimited the second set to the second Konosuba. Darkness got a buff out of nowhere because now she can search to make her wall and stuff and then in Unlimited Blade Works too, you got the Ilya Berserker kind of thing. So it's just
that's still a strong burn combo, absolutely. And in the sense of burn combos, there was a Saber that has a Musashi-esque effect of cancel burn, that exact same mill, whatever the level of that card you mill +1. So it was exactly like Musashi, if I remember correctly. So they still had a card or two like that, and that's an amazing level 3 that you'd want to have by far. And other than that, finisher wise, I don't think there was hardly any clock shoot. There may have been like a rider or something of that nature, but I don't think it was tied to a climax combo per se. I'll say that'd be under Unlimited Blade Works, Volume 1. I'm going to pull that up just on the side here, just because I don't really remember there being like major crazy finisher, or even really a crazy plussing engine. The Ren was actually really good, though. There was a Ren that had like a salvage combo, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Was that from Volume 2?
Yes.
So that's like that was probably one of the better ones. Okay, there was a level 3 Heroic Spirit Rider. When the battle opponent of this becomes reversed, if Dancing After Class is in your climax zone, you can send that character to your opponent's clock. So it did have a clock shoot effect. Now let me see what Dancing After Class was. So why are we dancing after class, though? That's what I want to know.
Because she's avoiding death. That's what it was. Because Rider didn't last long.
It's a green stock soul. That's weird. See, I don't feel that that's as good. So, whatever. So they had like a clock shoot effect, but I feel that maybe because of the climax being like a green stock soul, it may not have taken off as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So they at least had like some of the modern stuff with like the clock shoot. They had, like I said, they had the Saber Sashi, as some people call her. But there was no like hard searching effect like Shimakaze that I recall. Like if anybody is like knows of a card that can do that, by all means, please comment it in the comment section. I'll mention it on the next podcast or something. But as far as like major stuff, nothing really stuck out. Is what I'm basically getting at. And I had plenty of fun with the Ilya Berserker deck because that was some fun shenanigans. But yeah. And you ran Ren Archer. You ran basically a mono red.
Yeah, I basically ran. No, yeah, it was mono red.
Was it?
I had mixed in Fate Zero with Fate Unlimited Blade Works. Because there was a level 2 like young child Ren or something that allowed me to search for climaxes and stuff when I needed them.
And honestly, I think the biggest card in all of Fate that it probably got the biggest recognition because it was under very watchful eyes of Bushiroad was the King of All Creation Archer. Because that thing had the power to like shut down climax combos and whatnot. It just depended on the climax combo, really. I would love to see like a reprint of that, or like some kind, or bring that effect back in. Like bring a Gil with that effect back in. I would love to see that because they were basically. I remember a while back, they were trying to keep an eye and observe, quote unquote, was their wording. So a couple cards that basically shut down your opponent's endgame. That was the King of All Creation Archer. It was a level 3 red, because it was from Fate Zero, where he was Archer, not just Gilgamesh. Whereas like all the other Gilgamesh cards in Unlimited Blade Works were yellow. And there was a level 2, I think it was level 2. There was an event from Haruhi Suzumiya, some blue event that it was a backup event where it just straight up, said, get rid of your opponent's climax.
Yep, I know which one. Yep.
So, yeah. Now, certain sets that really wouldn't have affected because if your opponent played Last Shot Xenon, they wouldn't be able to activate that event. If they wouldn't have been able to do the event until after the Last Shot already got their burn effect off, because they would be able to do theirs immediately on attack. The way that like turn player priority effect goes off. And then they're not able to activate the event anyway until the trigger step. So it would be after Xenon had already done her damage, or attempted to do her burn damage, and then was going for her soul damage. So I'm actually wanting to pull up King of All Creation Archer on TCG Player and see if that's even like still a thing. Honestly, I also want to get the exact effect. Make certain that I'm understanding the timing of it as well. Okay, this one was different, though. This was at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase. So unless they had some crazy combo that went off as soon as they played their climax, he could just be like, oh, that's a nice last shot Xenon you have there. Be a shame if Sword of Rupture Aya stabbed her in the face, you know. Yeah, at the beginning of your opponent's attack phase, if this card is on your center stage, you can pay 1 stock and discard Sword of Rupture Aya, which was a climax. Choose one of your opponent's climaxes in the climax area, put into their waiting room, and he gets 5,500 power until end of turn. He got swole after that. Like, I know there's some climax combos that's like, when this gets played, this card gets Clock Shoot or whatever till end of turn. There's Glitter Green had some of those where all their combos went off right then and there, and they just kept their effects until end of turn. So if they got rid of the climax, it wouldn't matter. But there's so many other effects. The level 3 Mikasa from AOT, her stuff's like on attack or whatever. So if you dropped King of All Creation Archer, it was like, oh, just GTFO. So apparently that's not bad price. What I'm looking up here, it's gone down to like $15. Okay, at least.
I remember when it was 30 and I sold mine.
How'd that feel?
It was amazing.
It's like money is always good.
Money is always good.
Also, the Archer heals one play. Just saying. So I would love to see a resurgence of that, because there is going to be more Gilgamesh cards in Heaven's Feel. Admittedly, anybody who's seen any clips from the second movie, just saying. Ouch. Anyway.
Now, I wonder if they're really going to do any good Shiro cards. That would be interesting. It's like all the Shiro cards never made past. And I can't say past Double Rare because they had that.
No, there was. What do you mean past Double? I'm just curious what you mean past Double Rare.
Usually, like rarity wise, like some of the only good Shiro card I ever saw was the one that comboed off of Saber early.
There was an Unlimited Blade Works level 3 Shiro that was like level 3 that did like a faux restand ability.
Yeah, I never saw anyone use it.
It hit up in price a little bit, but I think it's because it like specifically summoned another copy of itself. I'd have to look at it to be completely honest. I'm trying to pull stuff up. I'm actually gonna go ahead and see if I can pull that up just to confirm. Like it also had I'm trying to think. It had a Brainstormer that was double rare. As far as like a lot of the main focus admittedly was on characters like Saber and whatnot, sure. Yeah, okay, Unlimited Blade Works Shiro. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, if you have the climax Unlimited Blade Works, pay 2, pitch 1, sack another character. If you do, choose a character in your waiting room with the same level as that battle opponent. Put it on any position of your stage. At the beginning of your encore step, if that character is on the stage, put that character into your memory. You could summon another Unlimited Blade Works Shiro off of this effect, because it's equal. If you kill a level 3, you could summon another Unlimited Blade Works Shiro and then do the effect again. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so but like even that, I think the highest it ever hit was like money-wise was like $15. So it's not that amazing of a finisher, because you do have to rely on whatever you kill of your opponents. So it has to reverse. Obviously stuff like level 2s and lower are going to be easier to reverse, so you have to have something to be able to match that. Which is, sure, that's not the hardest thing in the world, no. But no, I do agree with. Let's see, each of the movies and each of the different arcs have been a different route, quote unquote. Like the Unlimited Blade Works was the quote unquote Rin route, and Heaven's Feel is the Sakura route. So it's still Shiro trying to save Sakura. So maybe because it's a bit more focused on that,
There'll probably be more.
Yeah. It might end up being a little bit more Shiro stuff. Sadly, that means you might not get as many Rin cards for your deck. Or Phil might not get as many Rin cards.
Yeah, I was about to say it's more on Phil now.
Yeah. That's understandable in that regard. Actually, in that same vein as well, Sakura really has gotten less recognition over a lot of over all these sets than than Shiro. Shiro's gotten actually a good bit between. It may not have been the greatest stuff in the world because Saber was like obviously the more expensive stuff because Baber is a thing. But even Sakura has gotten less stuff. Actually, I don't think there's a... I could be incorrect on this, and I'm double-checking. I don't think there's a single Sakura double rare.
No, I think it's only singles.
I think it's only rares. Yeah. I'm looking at it from... This is Volume 2. Yeah, there are no Sakura double rares. There's Rider double rares. There's like 2 different level 3s. One of them is the one with the clock shoot ability. And then you just have the rares of Sakura and whatnot. So that's going to be the biggest thing to come up is you're going to see a lot of Sakura cards. And so a lot of green. Oh boy. That's gonna
or
be
they might change her color since she's the main thing. I'm just saying.
I can understand that between Fate Zero and Fate Unlimited Blade Works for Gilgamesh, because it's 2 different Holy Grail wars. I can understand that, especially since he kind of carried over, technically, from the Grail War.
Spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fate Zero was amazing. Anyway, so I can understand for that because of it being 2 Grail Wars, but it's the same Grail War, just a different timeline. Maybe they would do multiple colors for her. For how do I put this?
If they've done it before, Love Live's a good example of that.
This is true too. They've done for Love Live, each of the girls had their own specific color, but then there was also a set where everybody got yellow.
And then even in the main sets, they had some yellow cards.
They did. Okay. I didn't know. about
trying
that.
to work them in. Yeah.
Okay. So that is definitely a possibility. Although that actually brings up an interesting point because not only is Sakura the main protagonist for Heaven's Feel, she's kind of also the main antagonist, if you haven't watched the first one. And any clips of the second one, because I just saw one particular clip from it, and I was like, holy fuck! Anyway, it's great. It is like, watch it. It's fucking great. It makes me also wonder if the protagonist, quote-unquote, side of her is still green, whereas the antagonist would be a different color. That'd be an interesting...
Probably red.
Ooh,
I can feel red.
That'd actually be interesting. I could see that as a very interesting setup, yes. No, that's a very interesting idea, Joe. Good, jolly good show.
And if you want more content like this with Anime Watch, just come on by the channel. Check my Twitter out. Check my Instagram. Check all that out.
Especially those other podcasts and videos that you do that I'm on, right?
Yep. AKA Check Joe's Corner. All right.
Like, how many of those have we done?
4, and they're in their own playlist. Don't worry about it.
Let's say I think I was in 2, maybe, if that. I think I was at least in 1. A minimum of 1.
4, to be honest.
I thought the 4th one you did by yourself. I don't know.
No.
Okay. Anyway, so that would be something very interesting. Definitely, you're going to see more of that, and that's probably going to be the biggest focus is between Shiro and Sakura as far as different cards. So more yellow by far. Let's see. Shiro still summoned Saber at the beginning of it. Obviously, it's still kept to that. But like a heavier focus on green usually focuses on stuff like Clock Shoot for like finishers and whatnot. Usually, there have been quite a few sets as of recent that have delved outside of the typical color restrictions. I've seen a couple green cards that do salvaging, and I was like, what the okay, cool. So I don't... That's usually what you expect from it, but there have been times where that has veered off in another direction.
So the big expectation I have, if we can blend the sets together, they're going to come in with some buffers for the old stuff and then mostly focus on Sakura. I feel like that's what they're going to do.
I don't... Like, I firmly agree. I'm just curious as to what they would be able to mix because of it being quote-unquote different timelines. I just wonder what they'd be able to do. That would still be... That would be great. I would love to see that. So, hey, yeah, sure.
But then it also brings in the thing, if we can't blend it, then they got to come up with their own mechanics, their own, like, builds, their own... It's a whole different ballgame. It would probably be easier for them just to blend them.
because let's see, what the main mechanic I think a lot of it's focused on is the resonate ability. So being able to still focus on stuff like that, sure. What other mechanics have they done as far as that? I feel like Resonate was the biggest one. Was Resonate also like the big one for Zero?
No, I don't think Zero really had any mechanics.
Didn't really, as early back as it was, it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't have anything for that. Even though Fate Zero has one of the more awesome Saber Climax combos, which was the being able to get rid of cards in your opponent's waiting room, sending them to memory. Just, I'm going to get rid of your Climax. I fucking love that combo. Like, give me some more shit like that. Just abso-fucking-lutely. I would love to drop that on people. I don't know. That would be interesting, though. Sorry, just trying to think. Funky.
No, you're good.
What other, like, let's see, other big mechanics. Even Resonate was brought in for Bang Dream. I don't, like, or even if they came up with their own, okay, if they come up with, or if they even try to mimic Apocrypha. Apocrypha brought in the new mechanic where you turned cards in your level face down, and because you're supposed to have 3 cards for your level, quote unquote, that's supposed to represent the command seals that a master has for their servant. And then it was represented by like Shiro and Jean, or Amakusa Shiro, the other ruler in the series, and ruler Jean, that they were able to give command seals back, so they had effects to turn the cards back face up. So, but that was just introduced in Apocrypha, so it would be interesting if they brought that mechanic in as well, where they had effects of that same degree, because that fits Fate perfectly to me.
Yeah, it does. I see.
Like, that definitely fits Fate, like, because of the command seals. Like, that's, I was like, when I was like, why would you be turning cards face down? And when it clicked in my head, I was like, oh shit, yes, give me Mordred. But so like a Resonate and the whole, well, I'm just going to refer to it as the command seal mechanic. Shoot, what else? Prisma Ilia, like, as far as like the other Fate sets, I realized like Prisma Ilia was separate. It didn't really...
that doesn't, we pretend that doesn't that never happened.
He's like, I don't want to remember Kaleidoscope. Be gone. No, I don't think that had any I can't really remember any crazy mechanics for that. No, that would be interesting though. Like, I would be totally down for something of that nature. And then that would also give him a little more freedom in coming up with some funky abilities, or even be able to like copy some abilities from... See, actually, I don't know. Now that I stated that the rulers were the ones that gave command seals back, there's nothing that would give them back. There's no characters that were able to do that in Fate. Once the command seals were gone, they were No, because...
No, I was supposed to say, look at the quote-unquote mediator.
Yeah, Kyrie. Because...
Oh, look, I just have like 100 of them, because why not?
Yeah, so no, that actually happened. So they could put that in there. They just... Obviously, they weren't able to make it at the very beginning. In Fate Zero, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched the animes, Kyrie killed the mediator and took all the command cells that dude had. And his arm was fucking covered in them. So, good point. You actually would have the mediator for that. I didn't even think about that. Thank you. Joe's he's just like crossing his arms like, yeah, that's what I'm here for, bitch. No.
Give him my input because it brings people to my channel. Yeah.
This is true too, though. So,
I mean, that's pretty much all I expect from a set. I mean, I'm not expecting much, so they can, blow my mind.
Yeah.
And, throw stuff out of the water.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to make Yoroko be shown in dot deck though. So, going through the set, why does this event have a Saint Quartz on it? So,
insert card here.
Or just as like a joke promo card, you just see a giant picture of like Chibi Gudako's face, just like
Satan itself. Okay.
So true. Oh my god. No, no, damn, that would. But like in that regard, also, I would love to see a better plussing engine. I don't. Once again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I cannot recall if they had like a on reverse search. The Ren was on reverse salvage. The Snow Fairy was on attack draw. Yeah,
I think an Archer level 3 did, because I strangely remember Marvin being able to search a lot.
I know there was like a.
And that would have been from the first set.
I know there was a Ren that could salvage on play. I think
That might have been it, but I don't know.
But yeah, no, like I'm talking like a level 1. Because you gotta think some of the most aggravating cards in the set in the game at this point are level ones like the My Fate to Bear Aaron that can go bounce back. You ain't getting your plussing combos today, bitch. Or aggravations to pick up like Happy Christmas Kasumi, stuff like that. So you're gonna have. See, here's the other thing. Also, are they going to keep up with how a lot of other new sets have kind of strayed away? Like I mentioned this on a previous podcast, where a lot of sets have seemed to stray away, or at least decks that topped have strayed away from on reverse combos, or at least on reverse plussing combos, because Aaron is such a prevalent thing, and AOT is such a strong set. A lot of decks have strayed away from that. If you want to top, you're like, I can't run a Shimakaze plussing engine, otherwise I'm going to get the shaft, and that's why Prince Ujin is like the new hotness for European fleet. So they'd have to have something that doesn't reverse, but still be able to either do searching or salvaging or something of that nature. I just feel that that's like a necessity. Like they would have to. I feel Bushi would have to go. Let's see what we notice. This is what people are trying to play. These are the combos people are going more towards, like the level 1 Yukina from Bang Dream and whatnot. Or I'm gonna keep like stroking Bang Dream's dick because of how much I bought into it. Forgive me, but also because Bang Dream is a Bushi owned product. They're gonna get the stronger cards. So I have to more focus on stuff like the errands and shit. So
that's why I'm waiting for my new Love Live set.
This is true too. I know you're definitely eager and crying
losing
all at
my
the same
house
time.
to it. Yes.
Yes. This is it's like I'm going ahead and taking donations on Twitch.tv.
I already took a second mortgage. I took a mortgage out already. If you guys want to donate to my Twitch, go right ahead.
Twitch.tv.
All money's welcome.
But I feel that that's what they would have to do. And they would have to be able to... They would have to make some really good plussing engines, or engines, multiple preferably, so we don't get stuck on one or the other. Saber is expensive enough as it is. I feel that they would need to give us something that didn't require reversing, and try to give... As far as like a good finisher, I don't know if like more cancel burns the way to go, like Yami from TLR, or just compound the burning effects, like just let Archer just be like, nope, just Unlimited Blade works, just kill all of you.
I summon real swords and go take it from there. But no, like I said, I'm waiting to see what they do, because they seem like for big expected sets they surprise. And even like the ones people are just like, nothing cool is gonna come from it. I like ReZero, the Subaru mechanic where he restands, he like takes the whole field back.
The return by death, quote unquote, thing where he dies and comes back at a previous save state. Yeah,
I want to see something like unique like that out of the set.
One that actually draws your opponent.
No, you go ahead.
One that actually draws your opponent into a reality marble and takes them to the Shadow Realm?
Yes.
Yeah, just... No, sorry.
I want something unique and something that stands out like that. But I mean, that's pretty much all my expectations I got. So
that's all?
Yeah.
Don't finish that line. Just saying, we can't handle that copyright. That's no.
Copy strike.
Just from the stutter alone. Anyway, yeah, no, I agree. I want them to give it something awesome. I want Fate to be relevant again in Weiss, and not just
we all do.
like. Admittedly, there was like a really awesome Fate Apocrypha deck that topped. I'm trying to think of where it was. It wasn't in America. I think it was like. I don't think it was America. I talked about it on one of the podcasts previously, but like that's the biggest thing was Apocrypha had topped, and I really haven't seen much since. I don't think Fate anything had any representation in Worlds at all. I take that I may or may not have. I'm actually going to pull that up because I know someone actually pointed out what the actual list was to me. And I'm pulling up that comment right now. So if you can just vent for a little bit, Joe, that'd be greatly appreciated.
You know what I hate? Airline peanuts.
What the fuck, dude?
You said rant, so I was gonna rant.
Something pertaining to card games, my dude.
You know what? I hate money braggers. That's what I hate. Because they got to show all the SPs in your face and be like, "You want to trade? But I got this nice little double ring. You're not good enough." And then they walk away, and you're sad because they got all the signed Love Live cards sitting right there. They got like 4 copies of them, but you can't even touch them. They won't even let you look at them.
I got the list pulled up. Okay, so top 8, there was like no Fate whatsoever. Even from what Casnera Aggressive had commented and posted about it, I don't think they mentioned anything about other big Fate stuff. A lot was like there was some AOT or whatever they showed, but it wasn't. A very few people played it, stuff like that, because of the new single sleeve rule and whatnot. So big shout outs to them once again. I had to go back and look because I had to go back and look at your comment again and like, wait, what was the top 8 again? My brain it's been a couple weeks. So yeah, like once again, like no Fate really topped in Worlds. So I would like to see Fate be relevant again in the bigger competitive arena, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's a lot of what I wanted to say as far as that as well. So when Heaven's Feel comes out, I'm definitely going to be getting it because I want to see if I can add more stuff to the Ilya Berserker deck anyway. He's like, fuck, I got to deal with that shit again.
All right, time to run and hide. Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it'll be interesting. I realize we've talked about this for a good little bit. So, was there any other major topics you wanted to discuss today? Airline peanuts? No. He's like, don't make me. No.
Don't get me started.
I guess in the same vein as Fate, though, as far as Weiss is concerned, I mentioned. I feel like I mentioned this on a previous podcast. Once again, if I forget what I've mentioned on a previous podcast, I apologize because I'm not doing it week by week anymore. Month by month is actually a little bit harder to remember. Because they're going to be doing 2 animes for Grand Order. They're going to be doing one for the Camelot chapter, one for the Babylonia chapter. I'm really, really hoping that they're able to get
card set. Yes,
like
please.
A card set, absolutely. I don't care if you only get me a goddamn Trial Deck Plus. I will play the shit out of it. So, but yeah, no, I mean, like in that vein, I would love to see that. So, yeah. But with that,
I'm just sad.
Huh?
Oh, you
No, go for
I
it.
was about to say, I'm just sad with the anime. I don't get to see Kiyohime at all because they skip Orleans. I cry. Anyway,
unless they bring her in.
No, I don't think. I think it's just going to be the Master and Mash.
I think they got to bring in more servants than that. At least like 1 or 2 more. It may not be a full fucking party, but it's got to be like 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, Da Vinci. There you go.
Rest in peace, Romani. Anyway, so, no, like that would be interesting. I realize also we've been talking about that for a good bit, so we're gonna be heading in the direction of signing off because we don't have an extra segment or anything this week. I I am trying to also pile together some other topics for future podcasts and whatnot. So if anybody has anything they want us to discuss or whatnot, just please, by all means, comment it in the comment section. It'd be greatly appreciated. If y'all want, please go check out Joe's channel. Link will be in the description. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I just sat there and waved positively. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm just like, yeah! Oh, wait.
There's no video. No, absolutely, dude. No, you've been doing like a hell of a lot of stuff for your channel and whatnot, and I'm like, yeah, no, I want to see you do more, my dude.
I just want to break 150. That's a milestone I'm aiming for. That's all I want.
Just want to break one. But other than that, thank you all very much for listening. Thank you for dropping by. Please subscribe if you want. If not, hey, just thanks for listening to this rant about anime and card games for almost an hour here. Yeah, no. Or just me ranting about just various shenanigans in general. Basically, it comes down to I want Fate to have more stuff because I've enjoyed the series for so fucking long. I'm also definitely a Ufotable fanboy, but that's whatever. He's like, I agree with you. Garden of Sinners set went anyway. Thank you. So with that, we will be hopping off and subscribe to Joe and whatever the hell else. With that, we'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace out for now.
Oh, bye.